Hello everyone, my name is Miss Megan and I'm coming to you today from the Leach Library. I thought I'd share with you today on how to make a paper crane like this, which it seems really difficult, but it's pretty fun. I actually learned how to make paper cranes when I was way back in 4th grade. I read a book called Sadako and the Thousand Paper Cranes. This book is about a young girl who is sick and decides to make 1,000 cranes because in her culture there's a myth that says if you make 1,000 cranes and wish on each one, you can get back to better health or have your riches. There's a couple different ways, but basically she's really sick and she wishes to get better. So after I read that, I decided I really wanted to know how to make a paper crane. I'd never done origami before, so I ended up coming to the Leach Library and finding a book out on origami. So that started my journey into making paper folds. So origami is the art of folding paper. It's a Japanese tradition. So it was based on this book called Sadako and the Thousand Paper Cranes that really sparked my interest in how to do this. So that's just a little fun fact I thought I'd share with everybody, because I don't know about you, but I'm someone who, once I learn something in a book, I really want to know how they do. If a character does something like makes a paper crane, I want to know how to do it too. So I'm always eager to learn new things. And so I'm sharing with you today how to make a paper crane. So all you need to do this is a square piece of paper. This paper is 8.5 inches across and 8.5 inches down, but it can be any size paper as long as it's square, which is the important part. So today you turn it so it's on a diamond shape like this, and then you're going to fold it in half to create a triangle and create a crease along the long edge. So now you have a triangle that looks like this. It opens at the point and has a long fold. From there, you fold it in half again. So you're going to take one of the side folds and fold it over in half and match it to the other side with the folds is towards me and the open side is towards you. So I have this folded and I've made another triangle. So it opens two ways. So it's open here and then it's a fold here, and then this is the raw edge. Now this part's a bit fun. I'm going to make this triangle into a square. So I hold it with the fold pointing towards me, and I bring one side up. I'm gonna open the pocket, kind of poke it in there, and I'm gonna line, you can see now this is where your fold was. I'm gonna line that fold up and bring it down and create a new crease, and then I have a square. I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So for most of this, you're going to do the same thing on both sides. You're going to repeat a lot of the steps, which helps you practice how to do this. So again, you see this crease, you're gonna bring it down, to line it up in the middle, and fold it on each side. So then you have a square or a diamond. So you have this crease, which shows you the middle, and then you have these two flaps on either side, okay? So then you're going to take one of those flaps. This is the raw edge, which is open. You can see it's open towards you. And this side is folded. So you're gonna take this raw edge and line it up to that middle crease that you made earlier. So you have the first fold. Then you're going to repeat that on the other side, folding the raw edge to the middle fold at an angle. So you make this nice triangle shape. And then flip it over and do the same thing. fold it in and fold it in, and then you have a shape that reminds me kind of a kite. So you have folded pieces here, and then you have a straight line across with a triangle shape up here and this triangle pointing down. So this step, you fold the top triangle down so you make the shape like this. And I find it easier at this point to fold back on the other side, but you don't have to. It just makes it a little easier for the next step. So you've created a new crease right here. So you're going to go back open to the square. So you have your crease that you made here and the two creases on the side. You have that on both sides. This is where it gets fun. You're going to lift just the top layer and hold your fingers here at the crease and bring it up, smooth it out. You can see it's already trying to fold in. So you're going to flatten the shape out on each side and bring these raw edges on the top and bottom to meet in the middle to create this shape. So you have a little opening here. So the raw edges are opened and flattened. So flip it over and do the same thing. So I'll show you again. So you're gonna pull it up and fold, and as you're bringing it down, it kind of wants to go in that direction anyway, so you know you're doing it right. And now we have a diamond that looks pretty similar on the top and bottom, but you can see the bottom has little legs where the top has more wings. From here, you actually can decide if you want to make a paper crane that looks like this or a paper crane that looks like this. This one's a little bit stockier, but it does something fun. So we're going to continue right now to make this paper crane, but we'll get back to the other one. So when you're at this stage, you're going to fold on the bottom. You're going to take these sides here and line them up to the middle, just like we did before. So you're going to take it and fold that edge right to the middle on both sides. And this works better with thin paper, so if you have wrapping paper or origami paper, any paper really will do, but thinner paper is just easier to fold. And you flip it over and do the same thing. And then you have a shape like this. So you still have the two legs, but now they're folded in half, and you have some fold marks here and here with the wings still at the top. So you open up one side, and you're going to flatten that out a little bit and then pull it up and fold it in half. You're gonna kind of tuck it in the wings. So it's folded in half here. And then you open up the other side, fold it in half, and I'm gonna tuck it up so it's kind of hidden inside the two wings. So you then just gently pull one side out at an angle and then pinch the inside and do the same on the other side. So then you start to see you have a head and a tail. To make the head a little bit more pronounced, you want to go ahead and about an inch down, you can fold it down, and you can pinch it and then make a nice little head shape, and then you have your tail. So it's starting to look like a bird. And then you fold the wing down to see you got the pointed here for the back, and then you just fold it straight down on both sides and then kind of pop it back up, and then we have a crane. You can kind of tilt these around to give it a little character. I always find that either one side or the other really tells me if it wants to be the head or a tail, just the way that they fold. So they're the same. You can see that as we went around folding both sides, pretty much you just copy one side to the other. So there you have a fun paper crane, and you can see I made quite a few paper cranes, which is really fun. And again, you don't need to have a great big piece of paper. You can make a paper crane teeny tiny like this one here, or something a little bit larger, the larger piece of paper. It's really up to you. So the important part is to use a square paper, and then you can make your own paper crane. So all of these over here. And let's get back to our other one, the one that we talked about earlier. This is called a flapping crane or a nesting crane. I've heard it both ways. So as you remember, we were back at this step. There's two little legs, and this is where we folded this side into the middle. We don't have to do that on this crane. What we're gonna do is fold up our sides here and here so they're tucked into the wings. So you've got a triangle. And again, you're gonna just pull the neck and tail out just a little bit. So you have a shape like that. And again, about an inch down, you're going to fold it forward, kind of make a little triangle to make the head. And these wings are actually pretty easy. You're going to just fold it at an angle so you see just a tiny bit of the back, and do the same thing. And then you have your bird. And the fun part is you hold it here at the tail, and then you pinch right in front of where the neck is, and then you give it a little pull, and it makes the wings move. So that's why it's called a flapping crane. So you have a moving bird, so we can fly. So that is how to make two different paper cranes. I hope you enjoyed making the paper cranes with me, and have a good day. Thank you.